Next, we have a presentation from April Gimlin talking about Youth Rally. Let's welcome April.
Youth Rally, living independently for tomorrow is our motto. And what I'm going to go through today is going to show you what I mean by that. The Youth Rally has been going on since 1978, and we haven't missed a year until COVID. During COVID, for those 3 years, we held camp virtually, but the last 2 years we have been back in business. And this was the last year before COVID happened. We had nearly 200 kids, and we're rebuilding back up and coming up fast with the program. We are a nonprofit, a 501c3, and all donations are tax deductible. We are also an organization with no paid staff. We are all volunteers. And no child has ever been turned away because of financial necessity. We provide scholarships for both the on-site and travel if necessary. The majority of our kids at least get a partial scholarship. These are the goals of the rally. The morning time, we do education with all of these different topics, which I'll be talking about. And the afternoon, we do fun stuff. But one of the major things is networking, of kids being with other kids and realizing that they're not the only one. And the Youth Rally is for any child ages 11 through 17 living with any of these procedures. The reason we start at 11 is that's normally when kids are going into middle school, and there's a lot of changes, changing classes, the bathroom situation, just the social interactions, and just middle school in general. So we hope to get them right when they're 11, and for the majority of them, once they start, they come every year until they're 17 and getting out of high school. Again, we're an all-volunteer staff. These are our nurses. And we have a very high ratio of staff to camper. We group the kids in groups of 8 to 10 kids, and in charge of them will be a male counselor, a female counselor, a nurse, and a counselor in training. A counselor in training, most of the time, is someone who had graduated from the Youth Rally. Then they have to sit out a year and apply to come back and be under, learn for a year, and then if all goes well, they're a full-fledged counselor. So the majority of all of our staff have these medical conditions, especially since we've been going on so long. The majority of our nurses are psychologists, are child life specialists. We've had a doctor. So the majority of the volunteers, and of course the counselors, the general counselors, grew up through the Youth Rally. And like I said, they're grouped in groups of 8 with their nurse and their counselors. And so each nurse gets to know those 8 kids very well. We make sure that we don't put all the kids with very special needs in one group, so they all get the right amount of medical care. What I'm going to do is take you through our last Youth Rally, which was at the University of Colorado Boulder. We always hold it at a university. We move it around because our kids come from all over the United States, Australia, UK, Canada, you name it, they come. And so we move it around, and doing it at a college campus, each campus is different in how their dorms are set up. More and more now, dorms are set up with like suites with like 6 rooms, 2 kids in each room. On one side, counselors on the other, 2 bathrooms and a little living room. and then others have the bathroom down the hall. So they're learning, what works for them. Of course, one of their looking at these campuses is adequate bathroom numbers. Lots of them. This is our numbers this last year, and as you can see, they've gone down. They were 107 this year, but we're on our way back up, and this is one of the things we do, go talk to parents and kids at conferences, and medical people, so they will want to refer to us. Our staff, as you see, is very large, 76, and that's the breakdown. A couple days before the kids come in, our staff comes in. We set up everything. We set up all the rooms. We go over policies and procedures. And all of the medical companies donate their latest stuff. So we have every kind of catheter in the world. We have ostomy supplies. We have incontinence supplies. And the nurse that's in charge of each group will work with the kids and see, if they need any changes, and they can be introduced to those products while they are at camp, and then take home any samples that they want. Okay, now I need another back one. All right. Then the kids come in on Monday, and they come in by air, by car. One of the biggest questions I get from parents for first-time campers, which I've gotten today and yesterday, is, how about flying? Do they fly by themselves? Some parents, come in and drop off their kids, but normally, especially after a couple years, the kids fly on their own. We have a travel agent that we go through that we encourage parents to use, and we have her, if there's kids from the same area, try to connect them beforehand, get them on the same flight, and have them meet if they want to also. We have special permission from TSA. We'll be wearing our camp shirts, which we sent the family a picture of. We have a picture of the kid from their application. We have permission to go up to the gate, walk them from the gate back to get their luggage. When we get in a big enough group, we take them back to campus on a bus. Same thing going back. We walk them up to their plane, wait till it takes off, and send them on their way. So the first day is, getting settled, meeting their nurse, meeting with their group, and then we always do fun things the first night, kind of icebreakers. Last year, the theme was Bigfoot, being in Colorado, and a lot of crazy costumes. And they were doing sports, karaoke, and so it's just a fun evening getting to know each other. Tuesday, we start off with our medical education and RAP groups. They have a big medical session where they kind of generally talk about different reasons kids are there, so they kind of know, there's many diagnoses here. And then they break down by their diagnosis. So all the kids with extrophy would be together. And they talk about their diagnosis. And then in the afternoon, they'll break out again by medical management group. Say a kid has not had, they're incontinent, they're thinking about a Mitrofanoff, they hadn't had one yet. They can go to a group on incontinence, or they can go to a group about Mitrofanoffs and find out about that. There's nurses running these meetings, and then there's counselors who also have the same medical condition. We also have late night groups, specific. We have one for adoption, LGBTQ+. For extrophy, we have the older girls, just the older girls extrophy will meet late at night to talk about their specific things, and same thing with the extrophy boys. So they have separate ones also. And that night, we had a bowling party and a pizza party. again, a mixture of fun and education. Here's one of the medical education sessions. And I think I went over that. Yep. These are just some of our diagnoses. We have over 54, so all of these, I'm proud to say that we have a very, very large extra fee group, very big one. Now, the next day is called Fitness Day, and we decided this many years ago that a lot of these kids were afraid to try sports, or their parents were afraid to have them try certain physical activities. So we work with the campus recreation program beforehand and, make sure that they know what kind of kids they're going to be dealing with. Then the kids get to choose 2 different activities and do them. So they learn that they could do, some of these things. Rock climbing is one of their favorites. And I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the kids we get that, use wheelchairs, but we get them up on the wall and they really have a sense of accomplishment. And so weightlifting, aerobics, yoga, swimming. Cool thing about Colorado is they have an ice skating rink. So they get to do all those activities. And then they break out again in the afternoon. These are the self-esteem sessions. And so they have a general one and cover different topics. Then they break down by age and sex. So say like the 11, 12-year-olds, they're talking about going into middle school, all the big changes that are coming for them. And as each age group goes up, like the 17-year-olds, they're talking about possibilities of going away to college, relationships, maybe getting more involved with, their medical, well, we worked with that from the beginning, their medical advocacy. And every year we have a talent and fashion show. We tell them about this beforehand when they sign up, so they have plenty of time to prepare. And again, the talents are incredible. I mean, they bring you to tears and cheers, and a fashion show where they get to strut their stuff. Thursday is always a field trip day. Sometimes, like in Boulder, it was a amusement park. We've gone to Seattle and we go to a lake and go boating and swimming. Next year we'll be in San Diego. We'll go to the beach. So it just depends on what location we're in, what activity we do. And it's already the last day. So these are what we do on our last day. This year our guest speaker was Kian McGinnis. Kian was adopted from China with bladder exstrophy when he was 9. And he went through, he was a camper, and now he's a counselor, and he's a fitness buff. And he, again, really talked to the kids about the importance of taking care of your body. And so that was really well received. We try to use, as our motivational speakers, from within, and we've got a lot of them. Every once in a while, we'll bring somebody from the outside in, but the best ones are our homegrown heroes. Every child writes an evaluation of the camp. That's how we decided what worked and what didn't work during the camp for the next year. They all write thank you letters. As I said, they, many of them are sponsored or partially sponsored. And so we send to every sponsor or parent, if the parent has paid, a picture of the child and their thank you letters, which are really pretty fun to read. At the very, very end, our big culmination, well, first we have a beauty shop. And the beauty shop isn't just for the girls. The beauty shop does hair and nails and facials and they get all gussied up for the dance. And they even have we have dress donations, so girls, if they didn't bring a dress or they wanted to check other things out, they can. And then we have the graduation dance. And as I said, the kids graduate from the youth rally when they're 17. And to put closure on it and just send them off on a big goodbye, we have a graduation ceremony. This is on your right. Under the mushroom are all of our graduates. And you see the tunnel, and those are all of the non-graduates and all of the counselors. We make a tunnel, and all the graduates come through the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, graduate. Next year, the rally will be in San Diego State University, which is one of the kids' favorite locations, I think. The dates are July 14th through the 19th. I will be around. I'd love to talk to any of you. If you've gone to the youth rally, will you stand up? So you'll see some graduates around, and they can answer any of your questions probably and tell you more about the ins and outs even than I can. They make lifelong friends, and I've been involved for 38 years. My daughter is almost 41, and that's how I got involved. And she went through the camp and was a counselor afterwards, and now is one of our nurses. So that's, many of them do that. And she's with me today, too. So that's the youth rally, and I thank you very much for, there's our website. Watch the website. The applications will be up in January, and just go to youthrally.org. If you're interested in more information about it, go there. There's been a lot of pictures from past rallies, a lot of information, contact information if you want to talk to, a parent that's been through it, me or many other people that on our staff. So we're always available. And thank you very much on the behalf of all of us. Thank you.